Broadcasting live from a brain cell somewhere between what's a boundary and why do I have 7 tabs open? It's This Just In by the Sober Curator, your top 5 buzz-free headlines of the last week.
And this week, we're getting all up in our own business with channel shoutouts, Mary J's Glam Recovery, and sober events you can strut, sip, or scream at without a hangover.
And this week's episode is brought to you by our very fake sponsor of the week, Boundary Balm. Rub it in before any family gathering. That just sounds wrong. Now fortified with SPF 50 against guilt trips and unsolicited opinions.
I'll tell you what I'll be rubbing in. Kidding. Powered by Petty Free Energy, emotional sunscreen, and a polite but firm no thanks, Aunt Karen.
And now for the top 5 buzz-free headlines of the last week, except we're talking our channels. If you've ever nodded along in a 12-step meeting, like you knew what halt meant when you actually thought it was some random German command, this glossary is your new best friend. The Sober Curator's language of sobriety breaks down every buzz-free buzzword from pink cloud to dry drunk. It's like the Rosetta Stone for recovery. Learn the lingo and speak your truth.
You can't fake it till you make it if you don't know what it is. And coming in at number 2, Curated Crafts. Put down the vape and pick up the glitter glue, Alysse Bryson. Curated Crafts is the Sober Curator's answer to idle hands and anxious minds. Whether you're the next sober Picasso, Alysse Bryson, or just gluing googly eyes on an old takeout container, Nike box, or big book, Alysse Bryson, art therapy is cheaper than therapy and less judgmental than your ex. Oh man, why do I keep mentioning my ex?
Really, why do you keep mentioning your ex? Somebody has some inventory to do. Who needs a drink when you've got a hot glue gun and unresolved trauma? Next up, we have the Sober Curator Library Archives. Step aside, Colleen Hoover. We've got addiction memoirs, trauma tea, mocktail manuals, and recovery realness stacked higher than your emotional baggage. The Sober Curator Library is where readers go to flex their sober brain biceps and sip something buzz-free while crying over highlighter-worthy quotes.
Reading is sexy. Trauma healing? Even sexier. And next up, sober poetry. Yes, that is exactly what I said. Sober poetry. Snaps if you're sober and sad. Sober poetry is where healing meets haikus and relapse meets rhyme. These poems slice through the shame like it's a breakup text at 2 a.m., but with more metaphors and less regret.
It's giving Maya Angelou meets Dear Diary, I fucked up again. And coming in at number 5, it's our happy every hour zero proof lifestyle channel. Whether you're shaking up fajitos or just want to fake sip while dodging party questions, Happy Every Hour is your new NA playground. Reviews, recipes, and mocktail menu that you'll start RSVPing yes to just to show it off.
Who needs vodka when you've got elderflower and audacity?
Right? And now for the Sober Sip Spotlight Celebrity of the Week. The queen of hip-hop soul, Mary J. Blige, has been serving vocals, looks, and sobriety realness since 2012. After numbing the pain with everything from booze to bad boyfriends, sound familiar? MJB chose prayer, healing, and honesty over hangovers. Inspired by the loss of Whitney, she committed to self-love and accountability. Her message? Feel it, deal, then heal.
She may not need hateration in this dancery, but she does need a 12-step gratitude remix. Blige it up, Mary.
All right, buckle up and prep your mocktail, people. This week's buzz-free Breaking Weird, it's like Breaking Bad, but weirder. It's stranger than your ex's group text, okay?
And back to the ex's text. And you might notice this is a new segment because it is. Boom! Baby Raccoon goes legit drunk on peach moonshine in a dumpster. Gets pulled out by a Kentucky nurse, and the girl goes full CPR. Not a reboot, it's real life on TMZ.
Yes, that's right. The real TMZ has the video. I think it's also on People. The raccoon was borderline lifeless, soaked and smelling like fermented peaches. I don't want to shake that tree. But Misty Combs, she did compressions, back pats, and whatever it took, and the critter came back.
See, just more proof that we're a lot more alike than we think. Meanwhile, here we are still trying to resuscitate our will to socialize.
Check out the full story because we've got the receipts. All the links will be in the show notes. And now for the top 5 sober events across the country. Coming in at number 1 this Friday, it's the Break Free New York Fashion Week fashion presentation, where couture meets clean living. Come for the fashion, stay for the sparkling water in a champagne flute. Bonus points if your outfit matches your trauma journal.
And happening in Los Angeles, California, Friday, September 12th, Charlie Sheen's The Book of Sheen launch. He's traded tiger blood for typewriters. Join Charlie at Barnes & Noble at the Grove for book signings, sober selfies, and hopefully 0 goddesses in sight.
And then back on the other side of the country, we've got the 2025 Pittsburgh Recovery Walk on Saturday, September 13th. Walk, talk, and hydrate like your sobriety depends on it. Teetotal Initiative will be on deck, handing out hope and hopefully snacks.
And if you're hanging out in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area on Saturday, September 13th, check out Minnesota's Walk for Recovery. Lakes, Loot Fisk, and Life Beyond Addiction. Come for the fresh air, stay for the sound of generational trauma being left in the dust.
I don't want to know what a Loot Fisk is, I don't think.
I don't think I do either.
No. And coming in at number 5, it's Recovery Day at the Mariners. That's right here in the Emerald City on Sunday, September 14th. Baseball, buzz-free vibes, and sober swag. That's right, you can catch the Sober Curators booth, and we will be handing out clear crossbody tote bags, pins, and a whole bunch more. We're pitching recovery 1 inning at a time. For all these events and more, be sure to check out our sober events and sober retreats calendars over at the Sober Curator for all kinds of reasons to leave your house. Remember, the opposite of addiction is connection.
And remember, just because you're sober doesn't mean you can't be extra. This is T-Boog, and I'll be turning my trauma into a TikTok later on.
Probably about your ex. And this is Alysse Bryson reminding you, getting sober matters, staying sober matters more, especially when your mocktail game is strong and your glitter crafts are low-key amazing. At least I like them.